So, welcome back, my divine panel. Most divine panel to divinely intervene as needed for my highest good, aka the highest good. I know this is a little in your face energy, but it's okay. I'm just trying to figure some things out, and world card on the manifestation side, the doing side, you know. And then on the recipient side, I have Queen of Pentacles in reverse. So feedback on the green project. Things I need to know right now, like must know. I've been noticing, like this is the second take. I reworded it from the previous, and I'm gonna start off by saying, you know what, okay, let's ground ourselves. Hold on, I thought I just heard something. Yeah, and be in tune more with blessings, okay? I am lucky to be able to have continued opportunities to get better. I am very blessed to have my health. And currently my needs taken care of. That is, I'm happy that, yeah, I'm doing pretty well in those arenas. However, I keep forgetting that I'm constantly positioned in worlds of closeted occultists. And I just forget sometimes. I forget actually a lot of the times that I'm in a room full of closeted practitioners. And I guess that's part of my nature. And that's probably why I have the methods that I do, that are recommended and passed down, and if not trained by my divine panel. And so I don't know what to say about the Queen of Pentacles or stones in reversal on the recipient side for this type of a question. Things that I need to know right now. I guess these are things that, like, I guess you gotta love hanging out for a while, you know? Like if you're, let's say it's a countdown to packages or whatever that you're waiting for, something special from, like in the mail. Anything special in the mail is coming, and you're just like hanging out there. You're just, you know, excited. You have this countdown. You're checking the tracking, all of that. Whether it's old school version or new school, but especially old school. And so, all right, things I need to know right now. So let's just, and I think this is just to provide closure. Hold on. I'd rather have this blanket around me than that thing. So I'm gonna do that if it allows me to. Shit. I tried going to sleep shortly after coming back home, and I think it was, maybe I was just depressed or something. I don't know. But oopsie. I'm looking to cozy up right now. cozy up just for a second before I work on the other cards. And, uh-oh, this is near my altar thing, so there's just a bunch of stuff around. Okay, so we're going to do like a one side off the shoulder deal, okay? Okay. So I haven't worn this bikini in like the longest, like, years and years. And I thought it would look really, I think it looks really cute actually. Except it keeps doing like the whole underboob thing. Like, it's just like it's not I think it needs a like a wire here in order, because like the elastic doesn't hold over time, and so there's like just gotta be careful. Okay. All right, so what do I need to know right now? Feedback on the green project. What do you want to tell me, my divine panel? Because I think there are people still trying to fuck with me, like female energy, and it's very disguised. And it's to definitely just cash in on, it's just like, it's, tell me, my divine panel, what do you want? Because I got note of it the last time I was set in that environment, and once I caught on to it, like was suspicious of it, and then caught on to it, and then corrected it. It didn't take much for me to correct, but once I corrected it, that bitch didn't fuck with me again. But then another girl did, so I just, you know, let's see what this is all about. Like, closer, unnecessarily close, you know, proximities, and uber amounts of friendliness. Like, you don't get that naturally. Like, Tina, you like, really, you have to hone in on like your environment. So put your shit into practice. It's not 100% like what WYSIWYG, what you see is what you get. So or what's laid out isn't 100% like what's always, you know. So but what you see, Tina, is more than what you're actually getting on the layout. So what fell down there is a single card. It looks like Temperance, but I'm not 100% sure. Give me a sec. Oh. Okay. Okay. It's actually the Tower card, and it was inverted. So something was coming at me. A firm choice coming my way. I don't know what that means, but okay, let's go ahead and find out. Let's venture. Let's adventure. Okay. What is this Tower card all about? King of Pentacles. So someone has made a firm, a very, very, very big decision. Or a decision has crossed paths. Like, you have to make a decision, like that kind of thing. A prompt for a decision, if not the decision itself, by the King of Stones, aka Pentacles. It's boss energy. And what do you want to say about this? What do I need to know right now? Feedback on the green project. Okay, so is this the boss that is giving feedback, or is this feedback on a boss? That is like, what are you telling me? What are you telling me here? My divine panel, please clarify these two cards. Okay. Opening up to the Ten of Swords in reverse, Phoenix energy. Our Knight of Spears or Wands. The Sun card in reverse, or like a spotlight, right? 8 of Pentacles or stones in reverse, and 7 of stones in reverse. So this is my mm, I feel like it's, what does it feel like more? Or the boss. It's the boss telling me, like, even, I mean, it could be spirit, my divine panel and whatnot, but big boss energy, but like 3D realm, the one that can heavily influence the 3D realm, they're giving feedback to me, like there's a choice on it, you know, like when you're doing concepts or proof of concepts, you circulate these images or these obviously ideas around in order to get basically a summary of responses, and then you things get a little agitated, but they work themselves out from there, and then you manifest like the visualization represented within that concept. And it should be like experiential within its like invoking powers. So Knight of Wands is me having the confidence in the spotlight, being seen 100%. Like, this is like bad bitch energy, and I think I need to invoke that in me. It's so foreign, but what this is saying is that it comes naturally for you, Tina. So the more that you don't try hard, um the more like of a jackpot it is. And that's the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, and then the 7 of Pentacles in reverse. It's almost effortless, and we have 50. It's aggressively effortless, if that can be, because it's 15 pentacles in total. That's the Devil card within the pentacle energy, and so you have that primordial thing going on for you, Tina. Not everybody can do that, and I think there's something embodied, and like you can't like fake it till you make it on that one. No, this is something that's, what they're saying is inherent. So I have that energy regardless if anyone's trying to tamper into it. So the green project feedback is more focused on my energy than anything. So according to them, there is no competition on that note. In my arena that I'm currently working in. It may appear to be, it may be very much illusion based. It may be, some people might have a certain one up, but it's by far based on context. And the mechanics are inorganic, is what they're telling me. So I have a lot of that going for me. It's not, what do you call it? It's self-made, but with love, not with artificial, like, you know, substitutes for that. So that's wonderful. What else do I want to say? What do I need to know right now? So that's a great focus, rather than, you know, bashing on other people, or you know, focusing on the drama. This is just the prime acknowledgement that from the higher ups, from the like basically conglomerate energy, conglomerate management energy. That's what they not just notice but see in me. So that's wonderful, and I'm taken they've taken a liking to me because it's very much a reminder of their own placement in within developments, their own personal developments. So this is very, very good. that also is a hidden prompt to act accordingly. That means that I should trust in myself in delivering with that alone. Um, that's not just an advantage, that's a rarity. Um, that's okay, so just go with that. So I was wondering why I didn't do as well within my, like, I wasn't as fruitful um in my last attempts. I like to think that I'm just in a new forum. But I think I really need to take my checkpoints seriously. Be more firm with that. For sure. I have a lot of deprogramming to do. I thought I got rid of a lot of it, but when you're in the middle of your endeavors, when you're in the middle of inputs, you kind of like on autopilot, and you just kind of it's kind of like deer in headlights again. So I want to fix those automated responses to be more proactive than reactive. And that's something that I personally can say I'm proud to acknowledge, that something that I can work on. So you have to take your wins in any way that you can. And so the realization and the acknowledgement, like the agreement of asserting your willpower, is an extraordinary thing in this case. This is like inner dialogue work. So that's going to help a lot. And so forget about anything that has given you reason to feel anything, any ill about anything in the past. You can just drop that right now. Okay, so what else do I need to know right now? Bottom of the deck is Page of Cups in reverse. Give some love to yourself. Round of applause for Tina. Thank you so much, Tina. Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, definitely. This is private celebration, celebrating yourself. And by yourself, too, if need be. Sometimes that's all you need. My divine panel. Anything else that I need to know? Feedback on my green project thing. Six of Pentacles. There are due exchanges. It's kind of like David and Goliath. When back in the day when they could have been friends, maybe they were friends, but they're working together. And so the exchange is basically meeting and making ends meet with a common goal. So this is not like, because this could easily F up, right? One can blame the other based on the differences and the lack of, or basically the blind spots of each positioning, not just based on stance, because look, they're mirroring each other's stance. But the size difference, maybe a power difference. There could be so many struggles enraptured in this picture, but the traditional meaning doesn't speak of it, of the Six of Pentacles. Six of Stones here is like, one could be harping on like, oh, well, I'm doing all the work. I have all the muscle power because I'm the bigger one. And it's like, well, what is that? What is what does that do for you when you can't see that it's stuck in the, in a certain rut over here, so it's like, there's certain advantages that each one has, and they're kind of mirroring each other's stance in order to evolve their ways and be more not just strategic, but also effective. Number one is like effective trumps strategic, because strategic is just the means to get to that level of being effective. So anyway, that's what they're doing here. So exchanges are prophesized here, and the abilities to work together. So I'd have to say that this is abundant, because following these the quadruplets here um, of focusing more on uh, my what I bring to the table. Um, how did they want to say it? I have the power to kind of shift things in this direction. So what? Let's elaborate a little bit more. Okay. Opening up to new starts, and then what's peeking over here is a page of stones in reverse. So these are, it's kind of writing things down, like the rules. You see that, I think that's the Hierophant, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see here. Yeah, Hierophant. It's forming the rules like together, basically, in playtime. 4 of Cauldrons in reversal, the Lovers, and then Judgment in reverse here. So to elaborate on the 6 of Stones, I think I'm gonna leave my hair straight for a little bit, just because like today my hair was wild and crazy. And yeah. What do we want to say here? Let's, because I keep shifting tracks here, but 6 of Pentacles, or 6 of Stones, that is reciprocation. So to elaborate on that, this is there's compliance here on the initial realm with the 6 of Pentacles, but then it also leads to something more. Like, once there's compliance, it automatically comes to the realization that that was the right answer. Like multiple choice, just like it led to bigger bonds, stronger bonds. This is Lover's card, self-actualization, the realization, from realization to manifestation of full-on self. This is feeling yourself, and everybody feeling you for that too. Judgment in reverse, so it's just a matter of rolling out. So there's an organic process, and again, you can fake it all you want, Tina, but the universe knows the difference. Your best bonds will know the difference and will speak to that. So, you know, all the advice that you're provided by colleagues, or, all of that advice has shrunken down to like, how do I say it? It's not, it's become more insignificant than ever. I mean, there's a lot to take in from those interactions in itself. So there's a lot of value within those interactions. Not just for the face value of the interaction, like, FaceTime, that kind of thing, but also to get to see how people respond to your energy and the energies surrounding them as well. if they're multidimensional, if they're multilingual, or if they're just completely dim. You know, like not open, dim for the sake of, or dim from the sake of not being open. So definitely an unwillingness. So again, back to the Judgment card in reversal following these two beautiful cards. The promise of the evolution based on just compliance, just like going along with it. Let's just try it out. But then Judgment is, it's an unfoldment. That's what they're showing me. And it's revealing. So with there being a lot of optics, it's it's a very intricate process, and you don't want to mess with that part of it. So people gonna be who they're gonna be or how they're gonna be, but that's anywhere. So the most important takeaway here is knowing that I have the power to, it's not the gifts, let's say, to dissuade people from, how do I say it? It's not really dissuade. It's gradual buy-in. That's what it is. The gift of gradual buy-in. It's okay. I'm okay. I haven't lost sight of Tina. But it was a rude awakening for me to discover that I need to strengthen up my checkpoints, be more firm, more like bad cop. That's where the bad cop goes. Yeah, more stern. Firm is good enough. Yeah. Then it leads up to stern. And then God knows where it goes from there. But yeah, a natural unfoldment. So this is good. This is, I find it agreeable. All right. So like in hindsight, looking at this, they're showing me why I wasn't as fruitful in my takeaways. And it's, I don't know if it's, what is it? Is it the mindset here? Because look, it is a mindset, yes. However, they just put it all together for me, like, and so I'm trying to convey it, but it's starting to lose its pieces here. Maybe that's just something for me to know and others to figure out. I feel like that because it was so cohesive what I just wanted to say, like everything started to pair up together and what I wanted to tell you. But as I was trying to divulge it, verbalize it, it just kind of like dismantled. So I think it's something that I just, one of those things that you're not supposed to just like give the answer to, otherwise it diminishes its potency in its yeah. Yeah, I really feel like that. So yeah, because it's completely diminished, but like it's still important, but it's important when you find out. It's most important within its delivery. So just leave it at that. Okay. My divine panel, what do you want to tell me? Oh, wait. So I wasn't. So the mindset, let me see if I can catch it again. because it's coming back again. Potent. I don't know. It comes in fluxes. But I'm also told that there are others doing work to kind of mess with, like, cause interference or stuff like that. But I just, so something about the mindset in here versus habit. My divine panel, my angels and light, please remind me if it is something that's vital to really. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, so I know what value I bring to the table. However, mindset is what we're talking about is being mindful within present mode. Okay, you know, like this creative mode, discovery mode, etc. This is like just being present mode. And being focused on that. So it's more of creating the habits surrounding that cognitive, just that knowing of what I bring to the table. So that's where the adjustment needs to be brought. And so I can divulge that without the fear that it would lose its potency, because I think the way I'm channeling right now is I'm prioritizing the messages that need to come through rather than prioritizing relaying the interference. So that's why I went with a storyline here and then there and then, you know, so it was to buy time. Fuck, that's funny. Okay. Yeah, because I had more viewers on here. I don't know. I can't really tell. But I do know that there was an energy here that tried to fuck with my shiz. So anyway, I knew that I would be able to work around that. Okay. So what do I need to know right now? Feedback on the green project. Yeah, so okay. Oh, what? Yeah, there's one that just fell down here. My energy is coming back here because my throat. So the Hanged Man and the Fool card, and then what's peeking down here? Spears, 7 of Wands. So having an advantage, keeping your advantage, keeping that edge. That's basically what that is. Your advantage also, in addition to, what did we say here? What is the advantage here? Hanging out. Okay, so pointing back to the original card and hanging out objective, being detached, but just hanging out at the mailbox, like excited. You should be excited, Tina, for any phase in your life that you're going through, even if just because it's the natural part of the human experience. To provide that contrast, Tina, is a beautiful thing. So if you're experiencing a relay, a rerun of shitty behaviors and occurrences in your life, they can only profess something far greater for you that's coming up just right around the bend. So just you know what I'm hearing? High hopes. Have high hopes. But they also sang it like high hopes, high hopes. Off to work we go. Dun, 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 dun. Hi ho, hi ho, hi ho. You know that song. But they were saying it like high hopes. So it's like the 7 dwarves. Is it the 7 dwarves? Snow White and the 7 dwarves. So again, woodsy type of energy. So there's more to this. Why did I have this card? I think it opened up to this. So okay, yeah. 3 of Spears. Something's coming through. Am I supposed to read this whole thing? Hold on. or just this card here? It's flat. It's like flatlined energy. So again, it's appearing to being objective and detached. I 100% think that this belongs to that now, because it was just like detached. Like, I have no say we're this way or that way. You can just go. Okay. So something's coming through as expected from a goodbye. So this is deprogramming, right? You're making room for more pertinent information. And it doesn't, when I say pertinent, it doesn't have to be survival based. This is more like kind of catch your attention to that level, because it's kind of like orientation. And I know this because there's the Empress card. Yeah, so it's like you have a lot more space, a lot more wiggle room. Four of Swords in reverse, healed energy. This is like a huge comeback. This is like resurrection type of energy. Definitely like birthing, resurrection. This is interesting. So again, I think, you know, like birth, you know, Christmas kind of energy, huh? Knight of Stones, so it's bringing in something too. Transformation is Death card in reverse, and Nine of Cups in reverse. So transformation to what makes you happy, Tina. That's what it's bringing. So this green project is definitely 100% about turning a new leaf, but this is also just allowing for it to happen. What else did you want to say about this? Allowing for it to happen. I don't understand though. Like, what is this whole thing in my life? Like, I'm supposed to be. I should. I don't. It feels like um like there's an area of my life that's like holding its breath. And I guess the alternative to feel lucky is that I'm not being choked, you know, in a certain unfavorable way. But you know what I mean? Like, it's not, um, like, there's a certain area that, should be stabilized by now. I don't understand it. So it's like it almost feels like it freezes up certain parts of my life. Okay. But what a leader would do is kind of just take that as your main carry along, and yeah, you just move along. You don't get too fixated on the problem areas or the problems that the problem areas have caused. So what do you want to say? The divine panel. So this is just a new phase. Like, I don't. When is the new phase? I thought I was already jumped into the new phase. Like, jumped in. Like, seriously. I thought new phase was gonna come through other routes in the past few weeks. I don't know, but just writing it out. So feedback on the green project. What do I need to know right now? Oh, one fell. Oh, it's the double card in my lap. What the fuck? Right behind it is the King of Cups in reverse. What came here is Justice and the High Priestess in reverse. So maybe that clarifies one another. But I forgot to pick the card that fell down all the way down there. So give me a second. Let me see if I can get my aquarium tongs. So I don't have to like finagle around too much. Come on, come on. Are you getting a good shot of my forehead right now? Oh my God, you are. Come on. Fuck. Stop playing with me. Come on. I think it's just faster if I grab it. Okay, now you're getting it. Okay, fine. Okay. 4 of Wands in reverse. I don't know. 4 of Wands in reverse. This is being moved from one place to another. I don't know what that means. Propagated elsewhere. But this is kind of like a magic trick as well. Like first you're here and then now you're over there. So, okay, so what was in my lap again? So King of Cups in reverse with the double card. There's some emotional manipulations here meant to cause disarray, meant to cause compromise in the root chakra with a 4 of and uncertainties as well. This is realization, and this is like you don't even realize it's happening in front of you. There's psychics, undercover psychics that work for the dark side. That's what this is. Straight in my lap. Right in my lap. But in on hand, as you saw at the top of the deck, I have Justice by basically double agents that are more intuitive than the King of Cups. To me, the High Priestess, I think it's a no-brainer. The High Priestess, whether upright or in reversal, is always going to trump the King of Cups, especially if the King of Cups is in reverse. There is no match there, even with a double energy pairing, like, in its most aggravated form of the King of Cups in reverse, that still doesn't come to a match, hold a candle to the Priestess, here alongside Justice. So if you're going to pair along heavy hitters from the major arcana, here the Priestess wins. So again, almost effortless, because this is kind of, again, detached. Yeah. And like in Batman mode, so it's like, in reversal. Yeah. Okay, so what I need to know right now with regards to the green project is, things are more fruitful than you think, Tina. The pentacle energy is something that you do not need to stress out about. I know what it looks like on the surface. I know you've run the numbers. I know you've done this and this and this and that, but it still doesn't, like, if you would look at the register of the documentation of all the actions, basically the Akashic of Beyond the Veil, like, that's a separate section from the Akasha that's like, here for what, we're doing. So do you see what I'm saying? Like, there's like the pocketbook version, which is basically us here, like whatever we're doing, but then the full-on version, like the encyclopedia version, basically is basically what that looks like, from, you know, Beyond the Veil, under one big umbrella. So that's what it's showing me here. You know, there's, if you really got to capture all of it, Tina, then you wouldn't be stressing. This reading would be more about like, how badass am I? What? Why is it? Why? You wouldn't even be asking why am I so badass, but the pentacle isn't badass. You know, you wouldn't be questioning things like that, because it's kind of non-existent when all this stuff is going on. You know that like the riling up is basically projected wealth on the other side of things. So like there's a reason to each season, and what they're saying is the more compliant and understandings that you are with this, it'll create that habitual effect. Like it'll warm you up into what is it, bringing back the faith, basically. Yeah, things have worked out for quite a while, and we've adjusted like a, a lot, a lot of times. And so you still have the winning hand here, which is far more abundant than that pentacle energy you were so fixated on. So, you know, there's a process. Okay. Anything else that you want to tell me? Okay. 2 of Cauldrons in reversal. Kind of, what is this? 8, Strength in reverse. Oops. So there's what is it saying here? I feel like the Strength card has like a very heavy energy to it in this reversal. Like darkness here. And I got chills just now. Bottom of the deck. So let's start. Okay. Dude, I don't know what the world is coming to. Don't know. Like, seriously, I'm talking about like Pentacle, like making the bills and like stuff like that. And, you know, closeted spiritualist drama, all that, you know, all these local things. And you tend to forget about the macrocosm. Like, you know, something bigger can happen, like nationwide, something even bigger than that globally, you know, something bigger than that, like absolutely catastrophic, like nothing exists anymore. You know, it's so I think that's a mechanical way to pull myself out of any kind of distress, to become more detached. 100%. That's what it is. It's like Buddhist gray rock. That's what they're saying. Yeah, for sure. That's what they're saying. Gray rock method, Buddhist style. Okay. Okay, so again, it posted that. What the frick? That's so weird. Except the strength card now delivered 9 of swords. I could not stress that enough. whatever I said was absolutely correct on that, you know? There's a dark energy, a dark, heavy energy that's actually kind of weakening. They're depleting, their energy is depleting. So they've become hard up in coming up with different ways in order to trick people. This is the Nine of Swords. This is like a huge emphasis. Like, what's your gimmick? Like, it's a huge, it's very obvious. Um, maybe even like involving kids in this. Music, like babies even. Just like super duper trying to be innocent when they're not, you know. So trying to mess with a new start, like lingering, like trying to become like the gatekeeper's friends. 100%. 10 of spears in reverses on the bottom. So you just drop that, okay? We just left it back in the deck. Okay. I think that's it for now. What do I need to know right now? Anything? Okay. That was weird the way it came out. Page of stones in reverse. So you invest in yourself, Tina. Standalone, separate. You could position that elsewhere, but in any way that you like, but invest in yourself continuously. You see there a long ponytail? Yeah, that's long growth. So and then like a fox's bottoms. This is like red bottoms, but it's like a fox's bottom, so it's being like very clever, sly within like the sacral and solar plexus. Actually, more of a sacral chakra energy here. Clever, sly. Okay, so this is where Hecate comes in and assists me with the mentorship program and learning how to assert myself through personal investments. Like, it doesn't mean like a huge 100% change in propagation, like in movement, but in your approach, in the way you see things, can be substantial in its in providing traction. So to like that surefire, effective route to success. So invest in yourself. So bottom of the deck is now 9 of spears. You show up regardless, and angels will show up alongside with you, Tina. Different kind of sentience, because that's kind of like a cyborg angel fairy type of thing there. So you have all sorts of sentience. Or you know what? There's like that's you show up even if you're injured, but you're going to be renewed, Tina. Tina, you will be not just refortified with the same old, or the best of the same old, but this is like upgraded almost, like Iron Man version, Silver Surfer version of that, right? So you show up, you keep showing up, and you will get your upgrades, Tina, no doubt. You don't remember when we were talking about like, oh, you don't have to worry about, this was like months ago, Tina, you don't ever have to worry about having a roof over your head or food or like to put on the table, etc., like that. And it's been true so far. Like, it's been very, very true so far. So and the reading just came off just like that, very, very much with ease. And so right now, this is basically the same kind of tone as what they're sending. You can expect the same. So don't just stress on the pentacle energy, because sometimes my divine panel kind of utilizes it for something else. Like, it's kind of like a spiritual, what do you call it? like a layaway type of program when they see somebody's trying to hurt me. So they invest like these particular funds or whatever into upgrading me into like this high-tech kind of thing that like only the military has seen, if not just its makers. So do not distress. This is this upgrade is um at least 12 times more substantial than your pentacle energy than what you like expected. This is now a part of you, Tina. Your right hand, your manifestation side. This is a huge upgrade. Holy smokes. It's a blessed upgrade, you see. Yeah, interesting. So, the part where the lack of comfort is maybe unfamiliarity. That's all it is. But this is good. This is very, very good. Top of the deck, no secret to my sauce, is the Fool card again. How awesome is that? I told you there's two different sections. This is like comprehensive of two books. If you look really closely, you see like it's not just a bookmark here, but there's like an overlay. You see like of two books. So there's two sections in the Akasha here for that. That's interesting. Okay, so what are my three takeaways? Takeaway one is Emperor in reverse. So I have, this is very big undercover boss energy. Can I get a clarifier on that? I think it's like playing, you know, like playing to the beat of your own drum, but this is like strumming your own chords, basically. Learning how to speak, basically, in certain arenas. Like speak your boss mode energy. Okay, so this is more than just being a bad bitch. This is being like echelon boss energy. You lay down the law, Tina. And it's always, it's, you know, the general rule is like it's always going to be 50-50. So why are you going to play the submissive role when like that's just the other 50 that you've known like all your life, basically? So, you know, it's time to speak that voice. But I feel like let's get a clarifier. But that's what I'm getting from here, the Green Project. Page of Spears. So this page of wands, striking up a match. But again, with like the elbow energy, throw them bowls kind of energy. So down low, Southern hospitality. That's what it is. Throw them bowls. Yeah. Definitely, because that's the left elbow. You see, both of them. Something, okay, 84 or 86 or even 44 are angel numbers here, or are significant to the Quarants or the visitors here, based on the body language provided. So this is, something's about to no, they're saying strike up your voice. It doesn't matter if, like, you know, like, this is what it's picturing. Okay, like, they just showed me Simba learning how to roar. And it's like, prior to voice change, you know, Simba. So, you know, don't worry about how it sounds or how it looks, because this is important, setting the tone. Yeah, and it just gets better with practice. Okay, this is my second takeaway. Green Project. Okay, they lifted up that too. So 3 of stones in reverse. So there's something magical, if not like disintegrating or breakup type of energy as needed. 6 of cups. These are magical, like soul type of relationships, Tina. You can't get them just anywhere. This is etched in stone, almost branded within like the earthly realm. It's heavily protected because it has a it's like the, I forget what they call it in witches runes, but triskele, something like that. Anyway, it's protected. It's an initiation. That's what it's initiation, because it's magical. This is the Fae deck of, was it the Celtic fairies, Tarot of the Celtic fairies? So definitely this is an initiation to like very magical type of, it's definitely to this new grouping of like Fae energy. It's fleeting but hardworking and beautiful in its own ways, even like with the dark Fae energy. You see, like this is beautiful in itself, in its own energy. Do you see? Like very determined. You cannot like I have nothing. You can't say anything to that type of energy. It has its own beauty. So by definition, by context, is again what's relayed here. So that's my second takeaway. This community doesn't have to be 3D realm, though, is what it's showing me. This is magic. This is etheric. This is ethereal. It's definitely, that's what that is. So you have to be invited to such things. You have to be not just well spoken of, but this is something that's planned for, you know. That's very interesting. So I get to fly in a different type of way. This is definitely an initiation, like an orientation type of energy. Interesting. Okay, so my third takeaway. Actually, I want to get one. Can I get a little bit more on that? Like, you know, oh, they gave me a lot more. Knight of Swords. It's going to move fast. Six of Swords. This is like, you know, there's a Gilligan's Island. The weather started getting rough. The tiny ship was tossed. If not for the courage of the fearless crew, the minnow would be lost. Yeah. Yeah, that's what that is. So it's kind of like stormy. Two of Stones in reversal. Yeah, very much like it's calibrated. Like it's so that it's kind of like the Truman Show. But there's something very. This is a different project. This is like when you're running different tests. This is the control project right here. This is not the blind study. I don't remember how it is, but this is not this is the control area here. 100%. Why am I getting something like scientific here? Like something like testings, you know? Like this is so maybe that's just the way the Fae do it. It's not just a matter of chemistry, but also hypothetical but real situations. You know, like what would, yeah, definitely. Okay, so that's probably why I'm flitting around to where I'm at right now. Okay, so my third takeaway is Seven of Cauldrons. So yeah, definitely there's some kind of presentation of interests like coming out of the woodwork, energies that are options, interested. Yeah, they're making themselves visible and known. Clarifier is Queen of Wands. Yeah, I guess because I am looking better than I mean, all this says that I'm attractive in a variety of ways, but this is like Athena type of energy too. That power is unmistakable. Chariot card in reverse. I don't know how many times I have pulled this freaking card in so many other decks, like just in the past like 3-4 days. I have pulled out the Chariot in reversal like constantly doing different kinds of readings. What is that? So, behind that, 5 of stones. This is just sitting and figuring things out, you know. Let's just park it here for a second. Okay, don't leave. Just turn off the engine for a second. Let's go ahead and talk about it. What do we have? What are we exchanging here? So it's being kind of like factual and matter of fact, without the irritation. It's just like, okay, let's make sense out of this. Okay. We're becoming more responsible with our fingerprint in this world, okay? Which also comes down to the level of practicality. If we're going to sit and talk about, if we need to hash things out, if we need to figure something out, turn off the car, you know, the fumes or whatever. So it's looking at things in a comprehensive sense and like evoking change through evoking change through like addressing things not so compartmentalized here. That's what it's showing me here. So let's say back to this like love interest thing. Okay, if that's the case, there's love interest or whatnot because because I'm getting better and looking better. We're not going to focus on like the ill factor or like Captain Obvious factor in those mechanics, but this is more like addressing, okay, so great, one other advantage or X amount of an advantage, mm, but this is looking at basically facts. This is very business oriented. This is very business oriented. As far as its professionalism goes, I feel like that. So let's say if we're doing it on a more casual sense of, let's say, practical, like everybody, like the most popular readings are love readings. So if we're going to look at the love reading, if this is like that right here, then you can't look at just one slice of somebody's life and say like, oh yeah, they're good, they got me sold on that, so they might as well, you know, like no assumptions here, especially in the world that I'm navigating for. So this would be the easiest way to detach and unwind any bindings that are fixated towards mental or emotional manipulation, especially emotional manipulation, that you can see by following the energetic cords or strings if there's any marionette type of control type of energy here in order to convince, coerce, to connect. That's what that is. So you're going to be able to see things are going to fall apart basically once you see the connections, the knots, the tangles, the unwindings, or you know, the intentions of these presentations of options when, let's say, they love bomb you or they go opposite and they don't. Like for me, I've talked about, like, if I find interest in someone, like, and it grows like to like a giddy type of arena, I, you know, like youthful type of energetic, I vibe, I separate myself from those energies. So that's something that I need to explore within those interpretations, but it's I mention it because it's certainly something that I understand, something to have optics on, whether that's for me or the externals. But overall here, becoming more responsible with your blueprint, how much space you take up, and yeah, like what does your pixel do? What does that pixel do in looking at like the plots of every single human being, every life experience, etc. That's what they're saying. Okay. This has become more of a complex reading than I had desired, but I wanted something a little bit more challenging. And I was really like saddened and frozen for a second for um you know how crazy life has been. Yeah. So let's hear one more positive thing here. Two of Wands. No, I sized everything up correctly. Everything that I said was 100 billion, whatever percent true. Is absolutely correct. So now it's just kind of like a matter of time. Two of Wands, though. Those are also plans, right? That's being very grounded, because there's no water in this one other than the water contained in these two bodies and the plants surrounding them. But there's, so the plants are very much grounded and simplified so that the vehicle that's needed is just self, without a foreboding of any type of exhaustion. This is more of like a hiking type of energy. Maybe a little bit of like the fluttering type of energy. But there are plans. What? Something just fell. The Queen of Wands just fell. And it looks like she's in reversal now. That's so weird after saying that she has plans, what I just talked about. You know what I was watching today? I know it's 72 minutes here, but anyway, with one of my kids, I'm watching Supernatural on Netflix, and it's kind of comedic. It's kind of like it has that flavor of like Buffy the Vampire Slayer with like a mix of, some other stuff, but it's occulted, type of energy. And so anyway, there was this, it, I don't want to be a spoiler alert thing here, but it's very similar to that. We just finished an episode yesterday that was further emphasizing that there's this plan, this big plan, like isolated to a single person. Like, it was just very coincidental. It was really weird. But let me go ahead and grab this energy down here. Now, Queen of Wands, it was a little tilted, it was just like that, but more so in reversal than not. I mean, when you drop something like, when let's say a fallen star, Lucifer, okay, let's say fallen star or fallen angel, okay, you have the option also to look at these cards not just like in its flat tense. It fell between like this thing, cupboard, and a bowl of like self-care products. So this could just be like the Queen of Wands, like hiding out, like, fake death, fake news type of energy. And dropping this, like, I'm just retreating to do some self-care stuff. Now that I know all that there is to know about this whole package, deal here, and that it's been acknowledged as such, no modifications, like it is exact and correct, and I know that there's a plan, then there should be like at ease soldiers, you know, that kind of energy. And so my at ease, because there's so much like stuff coming through, is like uh, going on. It's a hiatus is not enough. People fucking still bother you. So this is more like it's like faking your death basically. um this, and in order to extend in self-care, like that's my version of a hiatus, like, oh, emergency or whatever, and so I, you know, I bail out and do my thing, and then, you know, that's what it's showing me though. There are plans. So it's not 100% determined for me as far as what that, I think they're just, I think they're isolating me. That's what the propagation card is for. Okay. So they plucked me out and they put me in a certain area, and um self-care time, etc. Okay. I can't call it 100% like grooming, like fattening up the pig for something, you know, that's like going to happen more on like a mutilation factor. This is more like, hang out here, Tina, for a second. I know it's not uh like 5-star, 4-star, whatever, but stay, what are they saying? Stay put for now, lay low. You could be in very, very worse off situations. So they wouldn't even consider this like a worse off it wouldn't fall under that umbrella. It may appear to be based on like, you know, how we run the world, you know, but it's not. This is like it's kind of like a holding tank. I don't understand what is that. This is so weird. Need to know basis. Ace of Pentacles. No, so it's not 100% like grooming, but it is like a mentorship program. It is something that I should take seriously. If we were to transform it into gosh, this thing is so in my face. If we were to transform it into something like a program that we would be teaching, or, you know, like if we grounded it within our terms of like how a company would execute these things, we would be outmoded. You know what I mean? Like this is mm, this is a special program. I don't even understand what that, like how could this special program be like put in the environment that I'm in now? Like what, how, I don't know. A lot of things happen, you know, as they, um, I just, this is so weird for me. I don't know why I have had this like mental block of knowing the world is a different place for me. So I just, I always forget when I'm in the places that I'm in. Seriously, even like running errands, like I just, this is very different though. The world is a very mysterious place, but I know that this is fact from what I've observed. Okay. Anything else that you want to say? Like they're saying that she's a rock on her own. You see, this is like the standalone here. Look at the formation, and then the standalone here, which tells me that there's a statue to be built for her in her likeness, basically. And this is temperance also. You see, water edge. It's gonna be like done over time through water. through intuitive bodies, collective intuitive bodies, I feel like. Okay, that's a lot. But look how many cards we have left. I'm so tempted. I could just keep going. Okay, I'm gonna get. Okay, what are my 3 best attributes? The Hierophant. It's laying down the law. It's being well respected by several communities. This is being able to be a matchmaker. And holding accuracy and credibility within those matches. So it's basically hooking people up. that's my that's my that's my specialty. No, but like that's like turning people on to certain subjects or concepts or even people, other sentience for sure. So I'm very well known for that. So that's one of my strong attributes. Second one. Okay, are we gonna look for an example here? We don't need to itemize. I've already thought of a few that, you know, aren't so, like, I don't want to revive them. I don't want to breathe life into them anymore. They've already lived out their stuff. So let's just, but that's good. Okay. My second, one of my strongest attributes, second one, my divine panel will say 9 of Swords and the start card. This is revolutionary in its transformative process. So 9 of it fell down. Okay. Next, are these paper towels? Yeah, I think that's paper towels. Now extroverted. So this is fully emphasizing that I'm not going to be hung up, you know. This may look like, you know, a thing, like 5 variations of like 5 starts, all in different languages, like just pass the buck, what is it, pass the buck, or miss the mark kind of energy. Like the bus doesn't stop once, twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You know, it's kind of like that, and it may look like that, but there's a huge emphasis that there's transformational process. Like, how do I say it? If I started one time, what is that song? If I hit it one time, you know, like, what is it? It ain't safe, it ain't safe. Is it a song? Fuck with me and get some money. No, is it that song? It's the one where it's like you could hit it again, basically, if you hit it once, but it's kind of like that. So if I could start again, I could start another Michael Scott paper company. Yep, that's another. It's that kind of emphasis, that kind of boldness and persistence. That's what it is. Holy smokes. All that those 2 cards were saying is my persistence. Okay. Okay, my third greatest attribute, or what? Is Page of Swords in reverse and Queen of Cups. So, this is feeling out people who are feeling me out. Do you see this? Holy freaking moly. Like, I already know. It doesn't take very much to see when people are trying to, like, feel me out there. Like, yeah. Like, trying to suss somebody out. So I can see the lies already within the body language. Holy smokes, I can. I can see like the gossip. I can see the character based on how people hold themselves. It's not just like the plain Jane, whether or not they have confidence or not. There's a certain angular way in which I can see like right through them, each energy. And sometimes it's hard to see those things because it's like, what do you do with all of that? Yeah. So it's being able to detect that up front. Like there's an air between these two energies, you see? It's like there's a separation between those two. And that's because of this. It's what you're seeing. That's like reading between the lines, basically. So it's definitely sussing things out. So very observant is what they're saying. So they say observant, persistent, and the Hierophant, and respected. But how do I say it? It's not just being respected. It's being like what is it? The friend's friend, basically. The it's trusted, but it's also trustworthy. It's coming through. It's a hookup, like somebody that's, you know, your hype man. In a variety of forms. The Hierophant doesn't have to be so serious all the time. Yeah, this is wingman type of energy. Okay, so if I'm going to doll this up and say, like, okay, studying for an interview, practicing. Okay, so they would say that I'm a team player. That I am, they're saying agile, but very persistent and observant. So very adaptable. In full context, adaptable, but also doesn't take the back seat on this. Very nice. I love it. Okay. They're going to say like, oh, well, give me an example. Can you give me an example of that? Fine. Okay, fine. So what do we say here? Persistent. I don't know. I don't like to rehearse things because if I say it, like, it'll come to you and, you know. But, okay. Well, there's a lot that can be said for that, but I'm just going to leave it there because I think we're at like 200 minutes now. Thanks so much for all donations provided in and of light and love that reciprocate equally and therefore abundantly. I appreciate you in it. I call back all my power, energy, essence, gift, strength to pass from those that call upon, cast, generate, bring, magnify, multiply, and or any variation thereof, the aforementioned ill will, intent, thought form, pattern, and or entity to pass through the light of the Holy Spirit for cleansings, for blessings, for refortification in me. Only me, hassle-free, no doubt, and no attachment except for ding, ding, ding. All bonus points included. Thanks so much. Okay, let me see here. Upon closing the portals in this reading, I send all energies back to their appropriate locations outside of mine with their appropriate karmas due, assisting with a sequence of roll out and light and love. I close the portals in this reading now.